Here are two things you can copy from the Holger Rune forehand and backhand to help improve your ground strokes. Now, this video is courtesy of Tennis Builder on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that when you're copying pro technique, copy what the pros do during practice rather than their matches, and it'll be technique that you and I as non-professional athletes can actually copy and benefit from. So the first thing is really both of which are going to be in the finish. I want you to check out his back foot. Now this is a neutral stance, right? So he's just hitting a normal neutral stance forehand. And I want you to notice his back foot turning up on the toe. Now it doesn't stay there for long and then he gets back into his ready position, ready to split step. But when you hit a ball, it's a forehand, it's really important that your body rotates. Right? So look where his body's facing now, and then look where it does at the end, right? So his body's completely rotated. And what does that do? Just like a golfer, it means that the back foot will turn up on the toe. Now, does he do this like on the run in the middle of a match? Of course not. But when we are playing as recreational tennis players and trying to improve our game, searching YouTube for help on our ground strokes, simple things like this make a world of difference. Make sure that you're rotating your body. And the result of that is the back foot on the toe. This makes sure that you rotate your hips. Now, one thing that you can copy from Holger is to have a high non-hitting hand while you're striking the ball. When you have a high non-hitting hand, it makes sure that it doesn't drop and actually come across and you almost like hug yourself and it impedes hip turn. So what I tell my students is when you're striking the forehand and you're at contact, your non-hitting hand should look like it's waving to the opponent. That actually promotes the body rotation and actually will then result in consistency and power and topspin, but then that also results in that back foot showing that it's up on the toe. The second thing is catch the racket with your non-hitting hand. Yes, the pros do not do this when they are playing, typically, but they do it all the time in practice. Here's another one. Back foot on the toe, catching the racket high in his non-hitting hand. It just adds a great amount of control to your ground strokes. And on the backhand, it's actually the same two things. Well, I should say if you're a two-hander, if you're a two-handed backhand. But look at this finish. This looks like Vic Braden. I mean, this is like a Tennis 2000 book right here. So we've got the back foot up on the toe, the hand super high, right? Air the armpits, ATA. He's got his hands higher than head level, right? Hit and hold. I mean, this is Steve Smith hitting off a cone, right? So what you want when you're hitting a two-handed backhand is to rotate your hips. Here's his body facing off to the left. Back foot turns up on the toe. By the way, he's sitting and lifting. Watch his front leg, right? Watch his front leg is bent and watch how he goes up and it straightens, right? That's using ground force to produce power. Kinetic chain, super high hands. Absolutely love his kiss on the left bicep. Watch it again. Back foot up on the toe, hands are high again. This is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to draw a cone here, right? So it's just like you hit a tennis ball off a cone. If you know, you know, right? So when you hit, it's in your best interest to have that high finish. The back foot turns up on the toe. And why? Because his back shoulder is holding the racket and driving the racket. So you got to turn the hips in order for the body to rotate, and that moves the arms through contact. When you're done hitting a two-handed backhand and your forehand, try turning the back foot up on the toe and finishing high. You are going to feel a ton of control. Now, the best way to practice these techniques is at home with a Topspin Pro. You can get a Topspin Pro using my link in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. I absolutely love the Topspin Pro, and I know you will too. And if you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for PlayYourCourt. And it's playyourcourt.com/2-minute-tennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. It's simple. You want to improve your ground strokes? Turn your back foot up on the toe and finish high. On the forehand, catch the racket high. And you'll do that by making sure that your non-hitting hand is up. By the way, notice he's not rolling over the ball. The wrist movement happens after contact. He does it again here. Look at that. From here to there, there's nothing going on in his wrist whatsoever. Then he makes that wrist move. He probably thinks that he's doing that as he's hitting, but it is after. Look at this. This is after contact. That's before contact. That's after contact. Man, perfect. Absolutely love it. No wrist movement. Then the wrist goes. And notice right here, look, he did not catch. And that's when everyone goes, oh, Ryan, I don't need to catch because he doesn't. Really? Really? No, we should catch. So go out, film yourself hitting forehands and backhands. There's one. Back foot up on the toe, and he catches. Work on these ideas. There's no doubt. You're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2 Minute Tennis. Man, look at that. Oh, hit and hold, hit and hold. All right, you got this.